Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with more Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy One Life Challenge. So, last time we made some very good progress. I believe we only were able to do about 5 attempts, but all of them, well, except like 1 or 2, went pretty far into the game, and our personal best so far with the One Life Challenge rule is getting to lights out. We got almost to the end of the level. I think we got to like where the axes start like, you know, swinging back and forth, but unfortunately I did end up dying, and so back to the beginning we go. We're on attempt 14 right now, but making it that far into the game is pretty good. After lights out, I believe there is only 3 more like real platforming levels. The rest is just boss fights, so hopefully we can get back there tonight and go further beyond, maybe even beat it. I don't know, we'll see, but it's gonna be tough getting back there. So let me pull up the stream and then we can go ahead and start. In the meantime, we'll have the intro cutscene get skipped here.
But Dr.
Okay. Alright. I think they both look good. Alright. OBS is telling me we're good. Let's go ahead and start. First attempt of the night. Back to level 1 here. Alright. Really, so far, with these attempts, Island 1 has just really not been too much of a problem. We have died, I believe, twice. We've lost 2 attempts to Island 1. One of them was because I wanted to try doing the crate bridge without the triple Aku Aku mask, which was not smart. And then the other one, I believe, was to, I think, Rolling Stones, whatever the second iteration of that kind of level was. It was just, I think what happened was I tried jumping way too early and it cost me, so. But other than that, every attempt has at least made it to Island 2, and we've had 2 attempts now that have gone not just to Island 3, but have at the very least made it to the high road, which is very, very good. I'm not expecting that to always happen, but it's a good sign that, you know, we actually have the ability here to do this. We're just gonna put it all together in one go. And the big 3 that I always reference when it comes to like the hardest level like stretch in this run is it starts with high road, then you got to do slippery climb, and immediately after is lights out, which was the level that got me last time. But all 3 of those levels are really hard, and you can die to any one of them, so just got to be extra careful with those. Honestly, the slippery climb, I don't know if I've just gotten better, or if my memory of slippery climb is distorted in some way. But honestly, slippery climb is not that bad. That might be a hot take. But I think a lot of the platforming in that one is more like timing based than it is about like seeing depth perception and, you know, knowing whether it's best to do like a short jump or a long jump, right? You know, it's just more like waiting for the platforms to line up so that you can go. And for whatever reason, I don't know, when we got to slippery climb last time, I did pretty good with that, so. Alright, great gate. These early levels just really are not that bad. Not to say that I won't die on them, you know, in a couple of these runs I've found some very easy jumps to miss, but Honestly, it's just kind of more of a formality that we do these first couple of levels here. Okay. Triple Aku Aku Mass. This just makes so much of the level really easy. Especially the parts where the shield guys show up, like that one. Because then you can just walk on right by him. I'm a little bit off center, I think, but it's alright. You have to slow down here, because these pillars actually have collision. So you can't just like phase through them with the triple Aku Aku, which I kind of think is a little bit silly. Alright, we're good. Now we go on to boulders. This version of the level isn't that bad. It's the second one that has actually gotten me once before. It was because I was going D-pad though, and when you go D-pad on this one, like whenever you try to like make small adjustments to your position, it just is a lot more jittery, which does slow you down just a little bit, and it was enough that the boulder was able to catch up. I think going analog stick, the movement feels a lot more, how to put it, smooth, I guess. Not like you're losing momentum whenever you're trying to like change position. The only problem with the analog stick is you gotta make sure you have like a steady hand whenever you're using it. You're shaky. Some of your jumps could miss by just a little bit. But we did good that time. So, get the gem for that. We're not going for 100%. The point of this challenge is just to beat the game. Any percent style. Without losing a single life. That's the only rule. But if we do manage to get through the entire game without losing a life, I will go ahead and see how far I can go before I do end up losing one. How close to 100% can I get? And can I even get 100%? I'm going to tell you right now, 100% is not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Will you be making a live stream of can you beat Crash Bandicoot 4 with one life? Oh man. Now that game is a lot tougher. A lot of the levels are like 7 minutes in length at times, which is kind of crazy. I don't know if I'll ever do that. I don't know if I'm skilled enough to do Crash 4. I was skilled enough to at least get 106% in Crash 4. But I don't think I'm skilled enough to beat the entire game with one life. Gonna be completely honest. All I'm promising is the original, or not the original, the Insane Trilogy. Because that I think I can do. Crash 1 is going to be pretty hard. I think most people kind of agree. It's kind of between Crash 1 and 2 for who, like what you think is the hardest. But I think most people would say Crash 1 is usually harder. Because some of the levels in here are just very unforgiving. There's some very tricky jumps that you have to make. I'm gonna wait for the next one. Okay. One more jump. There we go. Alright. Now we're on to Papu Papu, the first boss. Alright. Papu Papu, the easiest boss. I really think if you somehow manage to die to him, Video games just might not be your forte. One more jump. There we go. All right. I think there's just, is it 3 more levels? Yeah, I think it's 3 more levels before we are done with Island 1. Of these 14 attempts, I believe only 2 of them have not made it past Island 1. Although, I guess it's too early to say whether this one did or did not make it past Island 1. Gonna wait. I want to get too used to the iframes I'm getting from Aku Aku. Alright, there we go. Oh, what happened? I think we might have lagged a little bit there. And we might still be lagging, I'm not sure. No, it looks fine now. Yeah, I think it was just a little bit laggy there for a little bit. That's fine. Okay. Get a triple Aku Aku. Good. Alright, we're good. Now we got Hog Wild as the next one, and then it's the last level of Island 1. And we'll see if I can get another run. This, if I were to get past Island 2 in this run, it would be 3 runs in a row that I've gotten past Island 2. The last 2 runs, we made it at least to the high road. Which was pretty impressive, if I do say so. I went from not even being able to get off the second island again 2 runs in a row where I did. I've seen this level so many goddamn times that I just... It's just starting to be like autopilot for this. The only parts that are really tricky for this level come with these rotisserie boars. Specifically that one. Because it just, the timing always is, it just is weird. It feels weird. Alright, well we got past it, now we're on Native Fortress. Let's see if we can get past Island 1 once again. I have no idea what that tip was that it had on the loading screen, by the way. It said something about the grass is greener. Okay. I gotta remember that after the vehicle levels, you lose your Aku Aku mask, which is really annoying. Because it would be really embarrassing if I, like, got just barely bumped by that turtle and then died. Because I didn't have an Aku Aku Mat to save me. Oops. Oop. The grass is always greener though, since every year they invent better fertilizer, weed killer, and resistant hybrid seedlings. Fair enough. I just don't know what the tip said. I don't know what it was trying to tell me. Maybe you wrote the tip. It was trying to predict your message right there. How you doing, Doctor? All right. We gotta wait. Good. Probably should have waited a little bit longer for the pillar to go all the way back up, but it worked out, so. Okay. Nice. I need this monkey to not be there. He's gonna come back. Okay, now we go. Very good. All right. Now we just carefully scale this wall, and as long... Oops, I almost missed that little platform. Thankfully, in this part of the level, if you fall like that, you have ground to fall on, so it's not a death. It's gonna be the same when we get towards like the end of the level. It pretty much is exactly the same. Doing okay tonight. Unfortunately, Thursday isn't Tuesday, which sucks because I can't have tacos. Attempt 15, here we come. Wow, you're already writing it as a death? Wow. My God. It is the first run of the night, so I'm probably going to be a little bit rusty because it has been 2 days since I last played, but... I'm hoping, because we got a streak going, we have 2 runs in a row that have made it to Island 3, so if I can get a 3rd one in a row that got to Island 3, that would be, like, the greatest thing in the world. But what would be even better is if the first attempt of the night, we just beat it. I don't even know what I would do for the rest of the stream. Well, I guess I would have to go for 100%, right? As close to it as I can get without losing a life. How you doing, Dino Fan? Do they ever officially state what kind of fruit you are collecting, by the way? It's Wampa fruit. Yeah. I always love that. The name of the fruit. A lot of people just call them like apples and stuff, but no, the official name is Wampa fruit. Oops, let me... Hold on. I just wanted to get close to the edge. Just drift on down here and jump across. Who's your favorite Cortex Commando? I mean, Engine has always been like a favorite of mine for like the villain squad. I just love how in every game he's a different level of unhinged. But that's not a real fruit. Next you're gonna tell me that Santa Claus isn't real. They've always officially been called Wampa fruit. They were only called apples in Japan. Oh, really? Yeah, I just know that, like, a lot of people, because, you know, they don't really care too much about the lore of Crash Bandicoot, and I can't exactly blame them. They just call them apples. A lot of the people who, growing up, like, you know, my friends from, like, elementary school, they would just call them apples. I was the kind of kid who, like, those little, like, booklets that came with the original game, I would read every page of them. I love those little things. Although, there were a couple of games where the information within them was wrong. I think probably the biggest offender of that. If you've ever played Digimon World... Oh, hold on. I think we're experiencing a bit of lag here. Just wait for that to come back. But Digimon World had a very bad instruction booklet. It was not accurate a lot of times. Also, I meant the mutant animals, by the way. My favorite of the... I think I would probably have to say Dingodile. I just like the name. I like the design. And I always liked, like, trying to mimic his accent, too. I'm not good at accents, though, so don't ask me to do it now. Santa Claus is a canonized Assyrian bishop from the 3rd century AD. Look at that, see? I unlocked Baby T in CTR Nitro Field today. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know, or like when I stopped playing Nitro Field. I think it was around when they added all like the different like I was just told the official name for these characters. Also, why is it still lagging? Why is OBS still telling me that we're dropping frames? I don't know. Anyway, but I was told what they were. I don't know the proper name for them, but it's like it's the 4 like girls that show up whenever you are standing on like the pedestal. They're like waving around a flag or whatever. Anyway, like that was around the time that I stopped playing, was when they added those characters. But congratulations on getting Baby Thief. I'm just gonna keep going. If it's a little bit laggy, I apologize. I don't know why OBS is just struggling so much right now. It honestly doesn't even say the bitrate is that bad. Like, it's a little bit lower than what I have it set to. Now it's actually higher. But for whatever reason, it's saying that something's going wrong. I don't know why it's lagging so much. But if it's just lag, we'll just have to deal with it for a little while until it sets itself up. You should still be able to see like my movements and know that I'm not like cheating or anything. Oh, I also didn't read that comment. I was called Wampa Mangoes. They're kind of close, yeah. I mean, they're a reddish orange kind of fruit, so I don't blame you for that. Who's your favorite voice actor for Brio? I don't know the voice actors for Brio off the top of my head. But I think I prefer like Crash 2, like the original Crash 2 and Brio. I just felt like it was like the perfect amount of crazy. It is still lagging. God dang, what is going on? Is it ever gonna stop lagging? I mean, this is ridiculous. It's like a world record for dropped frames from OBS. My favorite's probably Maurice LaMarche, particularly in Mind Over Mutant. That's not a bad one, yeah. I don't have like too many memories of those games, but I do remember the voice acting for really for all the characters was fine. And then there was Tiny and whatever they did with that. Alright, I'm gonna try to beat this level and then see if there's anything on my end I can do to fix this lag, because this is actually bothering me. The lag is punishment for your sins. I guess so. Man. I just don't even understand. Like, the bitrate looks, for the most part, fine. It kind of dips every now and then. But it shouldn't be, like, just non-stop lagging like this. This is getting absurd. Alright, hold on. Alright, one second. Alright, hold on. When I was younger, I never knew you could spin the lions in Crash 3 like Tiny Fight. Yeah. That fight, I think there was also like some cheese method of like a place you could stand, and I think like in the Insane Trilogy they actually like made a little bit of an Easter egg for that. After you 100% Crash 1, you should try and do it for both Crash 2 and Warp. That's the plan. It's for the whole trilogy, but we're just gonna do it one game at a time. I would never try to do like the entire trilogy in one life. That would be ridiculous. I don't understand what I can even do about this. All right, let me see if I can troubleshoot really quick. Really irking me right now. Try looking that up. I mean, do I have any like other tab open? No, I don't. I'm trying ending this. I don't know why the bitrate is looking good, but then the connection just isn't there. It cannot be like this. There's no way it's gonna continue forever. What was the first Crash game you ever played? It was Crash Warp was the first one I ever played, and also the first game I ever beat. Alright, 1 second. I cannot understand why this is happening. Let me check the settings here. This is just ridiculous. It's been lagging for like the past, what, like 7-8 minutes? Alright, let me see. Can I like change any of this? I just cannot get a read on why this is happening. Maybe try ending stream and starting it back up. That might work. It might. This is bizarre. Like usually when it gets this bad, it just straight up disconnects me from streaming. But I don't know what in the world the problem even is. Nothing about this even makes sense. Like if the bitrate's high, then